speaking to you, companions, as the Grand Superintendent of the Royal Arch Province of Cheshire, and introducing the first Royal Arch General Knowledge Quiz. The questions have been set by the Royal Arch leadership, and there will be magnificent prizes. I'm quite sure that Dave Williams will provide you all with a suitably munificent gift in recognition of your winning this particular quiz. We've all got to keep in touch, and this is a great way of doing it. So without further ado, companions and brethren also, we're not being picky. If you happen to be not yet in the Royal Arch, you can take part in this quiz, but the chances of your winning, I would say, are pretty remote. Good luck, brethren and companions.
Good evening, one and all. As you are no doubt well aware, our little quiz unfortunately never quite got off the ground last Thursday due to some unforeseen technical issues with the interweb thingy. We are hoping for greater success tonight. So welcome to the Province of Cheshire Publisher's Quiz, what I hope will bring a little bit of a light-hearted relief in these very strange and uncertain times. Rest assured, it's not mastermind. There are no starters for 10. There's no glittering prize at the end of it all. Just a glow of self-satisfaction of your own knowledge of knowing so many useless facts. There'll be 5 rounds of questions, each one compiled by your respective area APGP, so you know who to contact should you have an issue with an answer to a particular question. You're going to need a pencil and paper, and I believe it's possible to pause the screen between questions. There'll be 3 rounds of questions followed by a comfort break, and a chance for you to top up your favourite beverage of the evening, then 2 more rounds of questions followed by the answers. The subjects include Science and Nature, set by Steve Christian, Music from Nick Simpson, Sport from Richard Dobbing, then we have the break, then History from Mike Keithley, and Geography from Simon Hay. Remember, no conferring or looking at Google or Wikipedia. Good luck, and above all, have fun.
Science and Nature questions. Question 1. Which Apollo moon mission was the first to carry a lunar rover vehicle? Question 2. What are grey dagger, forester and dinghy footman species of? Question 3. What is the only bird that is capable of seeing the colour blue? Question 4. What is the chemical symbol for tungsten? Question 5. What is the correct name for a rabbit's tail? Question 6. A dipsomaniac would be obsessed with what? Question 7. What is the hardest material in the human body? Question 8. What is the collective noun used for a group of grasshoppers? Question 9. Of the original 6 space shuttles, which one never flew a mission in space? Question 10. Sand consists of what 2 chemical elements? Stay safe and keep well.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen and brethren. This next round is music. Question number 1. 2 groups had a hit with Obla Di Obla Da in 1968. One band was the Beatles. What was the name of the other band? Question number 2. In which year did Davy Jones announce he was leaving the Monkees? Was it A, 1971, B, 1973, or C, 1975? Born on the 7th of September 1936, he died on the 3rd of February 1959. What was the name of this legendary singer stroke songwriter? Question number 4. What was the last song released by Elvis Presley before his death? Question number 5. Which group released We Built This City in 1985? Question number 6. Damon Albarn, Graham Coxon, Alex James and Dave Rowntree are members of which band? Question number 7. Taken from the soundtrack of the 1997 film Evita, Madonna released which track originally recorded by Julie Covington in 1976? Question number 8. Wet 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 had 3 UK number 1 hits, but only one was an original song written by the band. It was released in 1992. What was the name of that song? Question number 9. Whose debut album, released in 1977, was entitled In the City? And the last question, who was the first Eurovision winner for the United Kingdom? That concludes the questions for the music round. Keep safe and stay well. Thank you.
Here are the sports questions. Egan Bernal of Colombia was the winner of last year's Tour de France. British riders had won all of the previous tours since 2012 with one exception. Who was that non-British rider? Question 2. In football, who scored the last goal of the European Cup final in the year that it was first won by a British team? Question 3. The Crucible Theatre has been the home of the World Snooker Championship since 1977. Who was the first winner of that tournament at the Crucible? Question 4. Who is the only posthumous winner of the Formula One World Championship? Question 5. In 1973, Gareth Edwards scored what is often called the greatest try in rugby for the Barbarians versus New Zealand. Can you name one of the other 3 Barbarians try scorers on that day? Question 6. The West Indian cricketer Brian Lara holds the world records for the highest scores of 400 not out in Test cricket and of 501 not out in first-class cricket. But which English cricket county did he play for between 1994 and 1998? Question 7. In men's athletics, which 1974 Scottish indoor long jump champion went on to win the 1980 100 metre Olympic title? Question 8. In the 2008 Olympic Games, Rebecca Adlington won 2 gold medals. Who was the only other British swimmer to win a medal in the pool at those games? Question 9. In men's tennis, from the Australian Open in 2004 up to the Australian Open in 2020, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal have each won 19 of the available Grand Slam titles. Novak Djokovic has won 17. Andy Murray and Stanislav Wawrinka have won 3 each. Can you name one of the 4 players who has managed to win 1 Grand Slam title in that time period? Question 10. In horse racing, there are 4 racecourses in Great Britain which do not have any of the letters R, A, C, E in them. Can you name one of them? Brethren, we will now have a 10-minute comfort break, and afterwards you will have history questions set by Mike Keithley. Brethren, stay safe and keep well.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, companions and brethren. My name is Mike Keithley and this is the History Round. Question number 1. What office did Churchill hold for the longest continuous period? Question number 2. Which Queen of England was known as Bloody Mary? Question number 3. In the 17th century, which country started taxing beards? Question number 4. To which island was Napoleon exiled after his loss at Waterloo? Question number 5, a multiple choice. Who was President of the USA in 1952? A. Harry Truman, B. Dwight Eisenhower, C. Lyndon Johnson. Question number 6. The 14th of July 1789 marks the start of what historical event? Question number 7. Who was the US President during its Civil War? Question number 8. In which town was William Shakespeare born? Question number 9. From which country did Columbus make historic voyage? And finally, question number 10. Who was the second person to set foot on the moon? Thank you and good luck. Keep safe.
Good evening everyone. This is the Geography Round. Question 1. Which major tourist attraction is the oldest of the 4 bridges spanning the Grand Canal in Venice? Question 2. Haweswater was built to supply which city with drinking water? Question 3. Which is the most northerly capital city in Europe? Question 4. What is the state capital of Florida? Question 5. What 268-mile long-distance trail passes through the Yorkshire Dales? Question 6. Which Western European capital's name in English would be Blackpool? Question 7. In which country is the Bay of Pigs? Question 8. By what name is the Gold Coast now known? Question 9. Where would you find the Whispering Gallery? And question 10. In which English county is the town of Crook? Good luck and stay safe.
Good evening, brethren and companions, and here are your answers to the science and nature round. Question 1. Which Apollo moon mission was the first to carry the lunar rover vehicle? That's lunar, not land rover vehicle. Well, that was Apollo 15. The answer to question 2. What are grey dagger, forester and dinghy footman species of? And for those who thought they were strange jobs within the royal household, I can confirm that they are actually species of moth. Question 3. What is the only bird that is capable of seeing the colour blue? Well, apart from the seagulls that dive down at the seaside to get hold of your bubblegum ice cream, it is in fact an owl. The answer to question 4, the chemical symbol for tungsten. And congratulations to all of you who put down TU. You're wrong, it's W. Question 5. What is a rabbit's tail called? Well, it's a scut. Who knew? Question 6. A dipsomaniac would be obsessed with what? No, it's not people who are a little dipsy. It is actually they are obsessed with alcohol. Maybe that's something we should keep an eye at the next festive board. Question 7. What is the hardest material in the human body? Well, according to the answer, it's tooth enamel, but why mine have cracked so many times over the years, I can't understand. And question 8. What is the collective noun used for a group of grasshoppers? It's a cloud. And question 9. Of the original 6 space shuttles, which one never flew a mission in space? Well, congratulations to all of you who put the Enterprise. However, I have documentary evidence here that the USS Enterprise did fly in space many, many years before the space shuttles. And finally, question 10. Sand consists of 2 chemical elements. They're oxygen and silicon. Well, count up your scores and we'll get them a bit later on. And in the meantime, companions and brethren, stay safe.
Hello, brethren and companions. I now give you the answers to the music round. The answer to question 1 is the marmalade. The answer to question 2, 1971. The answer to question 3 is Buddy Holly. And the answer to question 4, Way Down. The answer to question 5, Starship. And the answer to question 6 is Blair. The answer to question 7, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. And 8, Good Night Girl. The answer to question 9, The Jam. And the answer to question 10, That Barefooted Beauty, Sandy Shore. I wish you well in the quiz. Good evening, brethren and companions. I'll now give you the answers to the sports round. The answer to question 1 is Vincenzo Nibali in 2014. The answer to question 2 is Stevie Chalmers, who was playing for Celtic against Inter Milan in 1967. Question 3, the answer is John Spencer. Question 4, the answer is Jochen Rindt in 1970. Question 5. The 3 try scorers was JPR Williams, Fergus Slattery and John Bevan. Question 6. The answer is Warwickshire. Question 7. The answer, Alan Wells. Question 8. The answer, Joanne Jackson, who won a bronze medal in the 400 metres freestyle. Question 9. Gaston Guario in the French Open in 2004. Marin Safin in 2005 Australian Open. Juan Martin Del Pedro in the 2009 US Open. And Martin Klizic in 2014 at the US Open. And the answer to question 10 are Huntington, Plumpton, Ludlow and Goodwood. I wish you well in the quiz.
And here are the answers to the history section. I'd like to add that I take no responsibility for the veracity of the answers and refer you to Mike Keithley. So the answer to question 1, Prime Minister. Question 2, Mary I. Question 3, Russia. Question 4, St. Helena. Question 5, Harry Truman, and I hope you weren't fooled by the equal signs for Lyndon Johnson there. Question 6, the French Revolution. Question 7, Abraham Lincoln. Question 8, this one's a bit easy, Stratford upon Avon. Question 9, Spain. And question 10, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, who also happened to be a Freemason. And here are the answers to the geography section, which was set by Simon Hay. So if you have any quibbles with the answers, please refer to him, but please be gentle as he's new to the team. So question 1, the Rialto Bridge. Question 2, Manchester. Question 3, Reykjavik. Question 4, Tallahassee. Question 5, the Pennine Way. Question 6, Dublin. Question 7, Cuba. Question 8, Ghana. Question 9, St Paul's Cathedral in London. And question 10, Durham. And that's the end of the quiz. Hope you've enjoyed it. My thanks to Nick Simpson, who thought of the idea, to Nigel Argyle and his team for pulling it all together, and of course to yourselves for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, keep well, bye bye.